Hello my fellow gamers, and this is Shadow from Shadow Online Gaming, bringing you the next episode of the Lizardmen Full Army Breakdown, where we're going through all the cavalry and chariots. So it's all code worms. Don't say the pun, Shadow, don't say the pun, Shadow, don't say it, Shadow, just don't. It's so... No, we will move past this. Every other YouTuber's done it, I will not fall to it. Anyway, so yes, yeah, so we've got the Feral Code ones at 450. These are your most basic ones of armoured and armour piercing. They cause fear and they can rampage, but they're nice and cheap. And you can, I've seen some people that have just had a whole flank of like 3 or 4 of these guys, and teared them up a little bit and sent them in. And oh, they are so good to watch. The way they've done the animations on them and ripped up my Skaven, it was somewhat beautiful as I watched from the back of my lines. Anyway, so 20 odd go to upgrade each time. Get them to 657, so they're still cheaper than the next one along. And what does that give you? Well, it gives you, as you can imagine, leadership, melee attack, melee defense. For 200 gold, it might be worth it, but as only 450, that's nearly half the cost of another Feral Code one. It's down to that whole, you're probably better off just getting another unit than you are tearing that up. So, now we get to the good ones. These are the ones that Lizardmen ride. You got the Code 1 Riders, the Code 1 Spear Riders, and the Horned ones. Gotta go over. I'm going to be comparing these quite strictly as well, because there's a big jump. 250 and 500. Why is that 500? Why has it got that so good compared to the other guys? We'll find out. So, 850 for the standard one. Armoured and Shield, Armour Piercing, Predatory Sensors. They have the shield that gives them 30% of small arms fire, armor piercing, and cause fear. These guys are around the 30 go to upgrade, so when they're fully tiered, they are 1,161. So it's just a little bit more expensive than the Code ones with spears, and still quite a lot cheaper than the Horned ones. I think I'll keep them up there as an example, so we can compare to the others. And we've lowered him down to the same point as 1,000. That'll do. That'll be about right. Okay, so let's go over the Code 1 Spear ones. So they're pretty much exactly the same, but they have anti-large. That is pretty much it. So, let's go over this. What do we get? Okay, so, for the same cost with the Spear guys, I'm checking this because in my Dark Elf video, we noticed something very interesting with the Code ones. Definitely worth checking that video out because they don't have much cavalry, so it's quite quick to get into it, but it'd be worth checking because it turned out there might be better to take the Spear guys and tear them up than it would be ever to take the Dread Knights, so better check that one out, and that's why I'm being so thorough here with these guys. So, for 9 gold more, you gain 5 leadership, you get 7 melee attack, 7 melee defense, and 4 weapon damage strength. Is that correct? Yes, it is. But these guys have anti-large. So, pretty much you replace those stats with anti-large. That seems more balanced to me. And of course, you got to remember, these guys are nearly tiered up fully. These guys have yet to be tiered up. So, it's up to you. To me, this makes more sense that it's similar, but these guys can take out the big guys, and of course these guys, if we tear them fully up, 1,161, but if we then tear these up, 30 to 40 per upgrade, yes, it's about 200 gold difference, but the only thing is, oh really? Okay, the only thing is, for 200 more, so they're, you know, at the full tier, the Spear ones still have -4 melee attack and 4 weapon strength compared to the others that are 200 cheaper there. But, as I said, they have the anti-large. So what you could do is I would have mostly Code 1 Riders and then have 1 or 2 of the Spear Riders to purely target the big guys. I say that, cavalry count as large, don't they? So yeah, you'd use that purely as anti-infantry. That is purely taking out their cavalry and taking out their big guys. Fair enough. But yeah, comment below, guys, what you think between these two. And of course, both of them are still cheaper than the Horned one. What's so good about the Horned ones? Well, let's find out. They're armoured and shielded, they're armour piercing, predatory sensors, and primal instinct. They cause fear. So, what do they have over them? Well, actually, they have a lot over them, even if their guys are fully tiered. They have 260 more health. They have 15 more armor. Their speed is faster by 10. Their melee attack is faster by 15. Okay, their melee defense is lower by 13. But that you go with them, but they've not been tiered up yet. But that's still quite an important thing, that they can be hit more and they cost more. But their weapon strength is 12 and their charge bonus is 12. That's a lot of buffs for 150 coin. So unless you're keeping these quite basic, if you're going to tear them up, just get the horned ones. I say that these guys have the anti-large, so these are again your anti-infantry, so they are a lot better than them. But I think that stats, they could take on monsters as well. To be honest, they might not have the anti-large, but I think they could take on monsters quite nicely. So yeah, I think that's fairly priced, and of course you can tier them up as well. 50 odd gold per piece. 1,908, so nearly 2,000 for a cavalry unit. That's quite a lot. Nearly 500 gold difference. What do we get for that? Leadership by 10, melee attack by 7, melee defense by 13. I don't think that's worth it. I really don't think that's worth it. I mean, they have the same melee defense as a Code 1 Spear Rider at full tier. If I was going to take all ones, I'd probably keep it basic unless you had a few coins spare, but it's not a few coins, is it? 50 odd coins. Some of the other units you could upgrade 2 or 3 times for the cost of 1 on those horned ones. So there we go. That is all of the cavalry. The final episode that we'll be covering is all of their monsters. Oh, that's going to be a fun episode. There's going to be a lot to cover. So we'll leave it there. I'd like to thank you all for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. Till there, open it. No, take care. Yes, enjoy yourselves. Catch you later. Nearly.